Hey, so what is up guys, it's Pohdoh here, and there's been some more news in Modern Combat 5, so that's wonderful. It's not really the news I've been looking for, but regardless, it still is good concrete information, and I think it's worth discussing. So anyways, you can see this article right here, and the first part right here, all of it is pretty much going to be about the campaign and about how single player and multiplayer currency will be locked together, which pretty much means that they're interchangeable. You can use the campaign currency in multiplayer and use the multiplayer campaign in single player currency. And you guys already know the benefits of it. You already know, if this is good or not. But I'm just here to talk about, possible issues that may arise from this. So don't take my negativity personally. It doesn't mean I don't like these changes. It just means that they're just things I want to discuss. They're just things that I'm a little worried about. So that being said, I overall like this change. I don't have any issue with it. It'll make the campaign somewhat workable. It'll give you some people an actual reason to run the campaign, because the campaign was literally one of the most useless modes of all time in any game for pretty much every FPS game. I mean, like, there was almost no reason to ever run the campaign. So the currency are interchangeable. It'll be a good reason to farm certain levels. Farm certain levels. If you don't know what it means to farm a level, it basically means doing the same level over and over again, or the same instance over and over again. Just for currency, just to get certain amount of points, so you can buy guns. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Add a little more level of effort. And that being said, it's overall pretty good change. I actually like it. I don't really see too much wrong with it. The only issue I have is that means it's gonna be more device based, since the campaign is traditionally based on your device, unless they constantly relay the information from your device to your server. And either ways, it's gonna cause some complications, maybe, because traditionally the really big issue with single player currency is that it's really easy to hack. Like, it's ludicrously easy to hack single player currency. Any toddler can do it. But as long as they have some way to monitor the currency you have on your device and make it so you can arbitrarily change it on a whim, there shouldn't really be any issues with hackers. And for the most part, you won't see any issues with hackers in Modern Combat 5 at the beginning, because Modern Combat 5 is Game Loft's baby. I mean, they really really love their Modern Combat. So anyways, your experience, blah 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 blah, and then they're pretty much interchangeable. And this is the more important information on my part. The classes have traditionally have never really been my have never really flew with me. I never really liked the idea of classes, because the problem is that it makes it a lot more difficult to balance the game out, because not only did they worry about balancing attachments, they balance the weapons, they balance the perks, now they have to balance the classes as well. I mean, like, I don't know, guys. I'm sure they'll make something work. They'll work something out. This isn't Order and Chaos Game Loft. This is Modern Combat Game Loft. They actually put a lot of effort into the game. So that being said, I'm sure they'll find some way to balance it out. But traditionally, the recon class has traditionally been very 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 powerful. I mean, especially in mobile gaming, the recon class has always been better than every other class by a very wide margin. The only time this hasn't happened was in Modern Combat 2, where the snipers were just as powerful as the recons. But for Modern Combat 3, Modern Combat 1, Modern Combat 4, the close range weapons were king. And this is my issue with them, is that it's very hard to balance them out without making them really underpowered. Because the thing is about the recon class is that, because the maps are naturally small, because it's an iOS game, at the same time it has a more arcade like feel to it. Everyone moves a little faster, you aim a little faster, you shoot a little faster, hip fire a little better. The recon class has always been the go-to class, and hopefully they find some way to balance it out. But that's just my one concern about it. And another big concern is the heavy class. The class that deals with explosives, that deals with shotguns, that deals with LMGs, that kind of thing. But traditionally they've been either really underpowered, or they've been annoying and irritating as hell. Because their class revolves around explosives and revolves around gimmicky weapons such as shotguns and LMGs, which are not very reliable weapons at all. LMG completely kills your mobility, which is really important. Absolutely detrimental to any player in a mobile FPS game. But and also the explosive, they've always been a problem in Modern Combat. They've always been a problem. So hopefully they find some way to nerf explosives. Make sure this class isn't I want this class to be viable, but we don't want it to be annoying. Used by like a bunch of scrubs that just spam explosives the entire time. That's my main concern about it. The assault weapon class, it's gonna, and a big syndrome with assault weapon class is that it's like they've all, especially in console games, it's been back and forth. Sometimes the assault weapon class, the assault weapons are better than SMGs, and SMGs are better than the assault weapons. But for the most part, a lot of times the assault weapons have just been inferior versions of the SMGs. The assault guns have been inferior versions of the SMGs, and that's been true in previous Call of Duty titles. Maybe not the modern one because I haven't been keeping up to date to them, but in previous titles, they've been really powerful. Um, but I'm sure they'll find some way to balance it out. But that's just the big assault weapon assault class conundrum is that they always just been a recon class except worse, pretty much. And the sniper class, sniper is probably the easiest class to balance. I mean, like just do your thing. Just keep it like it was in Modern Combat 3, Modern Combat 2, and Modern Combat 4. I had no issue with snipers overall. They could use a little more mobility, but I mean, what can you expect from a sniping class? But anyways, this is all there is. I've been hearing whispers about release dates, about more information, such as the fact you can rank up your gun. And I mean that's pretty cool, I guess, ranking up your gun. Except I mean it hasn't been a phenomenal idea. It's just been a novelty thing, and I don't really have any issue with it. Except the only problem is that when you rank up your gun, which ends up happening is that you can customize your gun to make it overpowered, and that happened in Modern Combat 4 with the Chartec and with the Compact. Because if it wasn't for the attachments, those two guns would have been perfectly balanced in my opinion. The thing that really made them overpowered is the fact you can add attachments to reduce the amount of recoil and reduce and increase the accuracy, pretty much eliminating its only weakness and making it really powerful. And other guns could not do the same because their problems such as mobility could not be fixed through attachments, and that's just my only issue with ranking up guns. I really hope they try their best to balance it. I really hope they have hot fixes and constant community feedback. But they've been doing a really good job on it, so I'm not overall too worried about that. And more whispers. There's been whispers that the game will release next month in June. I've been hearing on June 12th, the second week of June, June 12th, June 11th, June 8th, I don't know, probably June 12th. That kind of makes sense. I think they always been releasing games on a Thursday. I don't remember. It may have been a Tuesday or a Thursday. I'm not sure. But I'm fairly confident they always release Modern Combat on the same day. But I mean the game is pretty much done now. They can make a few tweaks here and there, but they're pretty much done making the game itself. And at this point, it's only the marketing, it's only the advertising, it's only hyping up the community. But overall, I'm pretty excited about this. It may not sound like I'm really excited about it because I'm sounding so negative and talking about when I'm talking about this, but don't get fooled. I just like talking about the weaknesses of these news because no one else really does it. I mean, ultimately, you guys already know what's good about the update. You guys already know, what you already know what you're excited about, but you don't know the things that it did the bad things that may come with this. But it's been pretty good news so far. I don't see any problems with it. With Modern Combat 4, I saw a lot of really big issues from the get-go. I mean, the automatic knifing perk. That had never really turned to be overpowered. But there was just a lot of issues with Modern Combat 4 that I could see from the get-go. But I don't see this in Modern Combat 4. And hopefully this is a good sign. Hopefully they can keep this up because this game may not be perfect when it's updated, when it's released, but hopefully they can make it like Modern Combat 3 where it gets better and better after every single update, after they listen to the community. So anyways, it's Pohdoh here, Recom. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and then that'll be it. That'll be it, guys. So anyways, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.